Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hey, what if I told you that the language that a lot of you guys are using are scaring customers and you might not even know you're doing it? I have a really fun FAQ video here that I want to do for you guys. This one talking about the dirty language that we have in lawn care and landscaping. I know it's a different topic. I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's check it out right here, right now.
Make the ground shake.
All right, so what's up guys? My name is Brian here with Brian's Lawn Maintenance, and guys, my lawn care landscaping YouTube channel is all about helping you guys grow a more successful lawn care landscaping business. I thoroughly enjoy making videos like this for you guys and helping you guys grow a more successful business. And today, I wanted to talk about something that isn't really discussed too much, and this might be a little bit more of a sales tactic-y kind of a video, but at the same point, I want to present some ideas to you guys just to get you thinking and maybe just to help you guys out with a little language tweak that we can help you guys execute when you're talking to customers and communicating what we do with our business. Now, I've got my top 5 list of the language that we use that I'd like to see us maybe polish up a little bit. At least this is something that I had learned along the way back in my stint with TruGreen and just being in the lawn care landscaping industry for the last 10 years. But by the time we're done, I'd love to hear some good examples that you guys have. If I've got this top 5 list, and you guys will probably appreciate and relate to a lot of them, I know there's got to be more practical examples out there. So if you guys have a language change that needs to happen in our industry, by the time we're done, leave a comment down below. I really appreciate that. I'm sure you guys have some really good juicy ones out there. Number 5, in no particular order, but we're gonna go from 5 to 1. Top number 1 is the juiciest one of different language out there that I would like to see changed and the way we communicate to our customers. And like I said, some of these are sales kind of tactics, so it's okay, we're in sales, right? Everybody's in sales. Number 5 is the language of cut down versus pull back or prune back. I think a lot of times we are talking to our customers, spring or fall cleanups, or even just looking at landscaping, and we say things like cut down, remove, so on and so forth. I like to use the language of pull back or prune back. It seems a little less aggressive for our customers. It doesn't seem like there's that much shock or change when we're trying to communicate what we're doing to a plant, a shrub, hostas and daylilies, so on and so forth. Number 4, and that is poking holes versus pulling plugs. So when you're communicating to your customer, you're trying to always add value, right? You have to eclipse value from cost, so that way folks justify the purchase of whatever you're selling. But here's the deal. Pulling plugs versus poking holes. It might seem inconsequential, it might seem no-brainer, these little tactics here, you might think that they make no difference. It's just 1% difference, 1% difference, 1% difference. The fact of the matter is that when you're communicating like this all the time to your customers, these little 1% add up. And that's why you see the most successful people becoming successful, because they understand these little nuances of life. For aerations, I never say we poke holes in the ground because it just seems very trivial. It seems very basic. It seems very starter. It doesn't seem very professional. And I'm not saying you're not a professional if you're doing it. It just doesn't sound like the service you're offering has that much benefit or value to it. Number 3, and I've learned this from TruGreen, I've learned this from other folks, is diseased versus dying. We never, ever want to say, hey, that plant, tree, shrub, grass, whatever it is dying. That's a big no-no. If something is not growing or blossoming or isn't healthy, language like something is diseased is probably a better thing to communicate to our customer. Diseased, also with that connotation, to me or to a consumer, to a customer, to a civilian, there is a cure. There's always a cure that can take care of something that's diseased, generally speaking. So you never want to say something is dying because it almost seems like it's a lost cause, it's not retrievable, you can't fix it. So never, unless you have to, I guess, but never use the words dying. Say something's diseased, which also leads me into number 2. That is going to be called dormant versus dead. So a lot of folks, man, and we're all notorious of this too, and I see the comments on Instagram, especially in the summertime, oh, the grass is dead, I don't know what to do, because it's all yellowed out, right? It's sunburnt, sunfade, whatever you call it, and the grass is just yellow, it's dormant, right? But I see a lot of folks say the grass is dead, and that language we perpetuated as professionals and contractors. So when we talk to our customers and they say, hey, can you skip my grass this week? week the lawn is dead, I always like to answer back, even if they say that, I always say, hey, I understand that your grass is dormant, no problem. We can skip it this week. We'll see you in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it takes. But I'm always trying to reinforce or educate our customers to let them know, hey, nothing's ever dead. You never want to say dead in lawn care landscaping, right? So I think that is another little nuance, another little sales tactic here. Anytime you communicate to customers, like, well, that patch of grass over there looks like it's dead. And you're like, nay. Oh, that grass is just dormant. It'll come back in the next 3 to 6 weeks. Maybe if you add some more water and fertilizer, it'll come out of dormancy. But you never want to say something is dead, because the customer just thinks, let's rip out the whole front yard and resod it. And I guess if you're in the sales and you want to do a nice $4,000 sod job, just let everybody know everything's dead, okay? Just having fun here, okay? The last one I'm gonna end with, and this one I actually picked up from Alan Hain, the lawn care nut, my brother from another mother, because he worked at TruGreen. He's a Midwestern boy, even though he's down in Florida now. But Alan Hain and I were having a really good dinner conversation at Jason Creel's conference for Lawn Care Life conference, and it was a really good time. And Alan and I talked the exact same language. We almost said the exact same thing at the same time, which was talking about products versus chemicals. And we might be talking a little bit more fertilizer related here, but you never want to say, in my opinion, that you're spraying chemicals or putting down chemicals in the lawn. That is a red flag for homeowners, parents, moms, people with kids, right? You never want to say, I'm putting down these harsh chemicals, because that's what they're thinking. If I think chemicals, I'm thinking nasty, dirty, contract inside, so on and so forth. And again, I'm not telling anybody what to do with their business model. I'm just saying, if it was me, the language I would communicate is, hey, the product that we're putting down is going to be doing X, Y, and Z. It's always the product. So when folks say, hey, do you have any chemicals that are pet friendly? I always say, hey, we have a variety of products that are more pet friendly. Right? Product sounds a lot less harsh than chemical, because folks are always thinking their kids, they're always thinking about their pets. And I feel like if you use the word product in your language, and again, we're educating customers over time, hopefully this is making some sense for you guys. Let me just give you a quick for instance, and we'll wrap this guy up. Imagine you have a customer that talks to you and says, hey, I've got a grad party in the next 8 weeks. My backyard's really tough. I need it to kind of spruce up. Do you have any suggestions? Imagine you tell the customer, hey, I can poke holes in the ground with an aeration. I can put down some chemicals, and that chemical should bring back that dead grass for you. Like, I'm not saying that people do that, but unfortunately, a lot of folks in the industry say stuff like that. Imagine the same conversation really quickly. We'll wrap this up. Adding value, communicating a little bit different. It is sales, but you know what? Sales is a 4-letter word for help, okay? And you talk to that customer, you say, hey, no problem. I understand you want a lush lawn. In the next 8 weeks, here's what I can suggest. We can do a spring aeration, which is going to help that lawn open up. We can pull 1 to 3 inch cores out of the ground, those plugs. It's gonna really open up that lawn, allow the fertilizer and the water to get to that root system, start developing, and help you have a more lush lawn. In fact, the grass here, although it is dormant, I can definitely help make it come back, but putting down a select group of product onto that lawn with our fertilizer applications. I've got some great products that I think will really help bring back that lawn for you and help get it into a, I don't know if we can get to an A- state by 8 weeks, but I bet you we can get into that B to B+ category and have it looking really nice for your lawn looking really nice for that grad party here in the next 8 weeks. Is that something that you'd like to schedule? Imagine that conversation going from poking holes, the dead grass in your backyard, to putting down some chemicals for you, versus let me pull some cores, pull some plugs, do a quality aeration. Let's also put down some great products that I have that I know will bring back your lawn, and let's also help grow that dormant grass and getting it into a more lush state over the next 8 weeks. Guys, I understand that it's all sales, and I understand that I sound like a salesman, but that's what business owners do. We sell, we help our customers, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Those are my top 5, like I just said. I think the chemical one is probably my biggest pet peeve, if there was a pet peeve. I don't lose sleep over any of this, so hopefully you guys don't as well. But just little things that you can change with 1 degree. Hopefully you guys appreciate these little insider tips and tricks and just business mindset for you guys. Let me know if you guys got some good ones. I'm sure that with all of your guys' history in the business and longevity and tips and ideas and tricks and things that you guys have learned as well, that you've also got some good language and things that kind of bug you guys, or other ones that you try to communicate in a more value-added proposition. So if you do, leave me a comment down below. Guys, shoot a video, big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.